Hello all. In the last video, I had explained you all what is carbohydrates and the classification of carbohydrates. So we have seen that the carbohydrates is the hydrates of carbon, which consist of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. And we've also seen the classification based on whether it's simplex or complex. So they are around monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. So today in this video I will explain you all the classification of monosaccharides. So we have seen that monosaccharides means it's a single unit of sugar. So it's a single unit of sugar, so it's also called as the simple sugar. And we have also seen the classification, we have also seen the formula for the carbohydrates. So I had mentioned it yesterday. It's CnH2nOn. Okay, so now based on the number of carbon atoms, the classification of the monosaccharides can be done. Okay, so we'll see one by one the various classes of the monosaccharides. So to begin with, suppose it consists of 3 carbon. So the 3 carbon atom, so then it's called as the triose. So the first classification is based on triose as it has 3 carbon, and based on this 3 carbon we can put the values as per the formula. So now the formula will be C3H6 and O3. In the same manner, if it has 4 carbon atoms, it's called as tetrose. And based on the number of carbon atoms, we can write the chemical formula. So H will be 8, O will be 4. And if it's 5 carbon, then it's written as pentose. And the chemical formula will be C5H10O5. Similarly, if it's 6 carbon, okay, so hexose will be written as C6H12 and O6. So lastly, suppose it's 7C carbon, it's written as heptose. And the formula will be C7H14 and O7. So we can see on the basis of the number of carbon atoms, so the classification is done of the monosaccharides. So based on the classification we have seen it's triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose and heptose. So along with this, let's see the examples of each of this. So if it's for triose, so the example for triose is glyceraldehyde. Then the example of tetrose is erythrose, while the example of pentose is ribose, while the example of hexose is glucose or fructose or galactose, and the last example of the heptose is, as the name says, it is pseudoheptulose. Okay, so in this way we have classified the monosaccharide group. So on the basis of the carbon atoms, we have classified it in several groups, and based on this we have also seen the examples of each category. So in the next lecture I will explain you all what is disaccharides, and we'll see how in disaccharides how the two molecules of sugar are bound to each other by the glycosidic linkage. So I'll explain you all about the glycosidic linkage in the next lecture. So if you all like this video, kindly like it, share, and please subscribe. Thank you.